Thank you for watching Parma's annual State of the City address. I'd hoped to give this speech in person, but out of abundance of caution and due to planning issues, we decided to deliver it virtually again this year. The past 2 years have been unprecedented. All of us have hoped for the resumption of some normalcy. And we're seeing that. We're learning to live with the reality of COVID-19. People are attending community events, eating in restaurants, and carrying on with their routine days. And as COVID cases decline, we have reason for encouragement, although we must remain vigilant to ensure we continue to recover from the pandemic. Our healthcare workers and first responders deserve our appreciation for helping us through this challenging time. They continue to answer the call through the uncertainty that is COVID-19. We only need to look back around the holidays during the COVID surge, when many of our families, including mine, were fighting the coronavirus. Our healthcare workers and first responders were fighting for us. I also appreciate our city employees for continuing to provide great service upon which people rely, and for ensuring City Hall is open, accessible, and safe. I want to thank my fellow elected officials, from our citywide office holders to City Council, for their help and commitment. Despite what we have faced over the past few years, we are moving our city forward. All of us in our lives will face challenges we do not seek nor anticipate, but we're judged on how we meet those moments and whether we can overcome them. I believe Parma has emerged stronger over the past 2 years, and our city is poised for real success. Parma is full of success stories, from the people who live and work here to the businesses, big and small, who call our city home. Our city is focused on supporting and creating opportunities for success and for maintaining a great quality of life. It is that commitment and the commitment of all of us, from our residents and businesses and elected officials, that make Parma a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Throughout this talk, I'm going to focus on our successes, some of which you know, and others you may discover for the first time. When talking about our success stories, we have to look no further than the strength of our business community. It is vital for our city and our local economy to see continued investment here. And as we look at our economy, we often turn towards GM's Parma Metal Center, one of our city's largest employers. A major part of our past and critical for our future, the stamping plant is going strong. Last year, General Motors announced it would invest another $46 million into the plant. GM will use that investment for the upgrading equipment and preparing the plant to support future product programs. That's great for the Metal Center and for Parma over the long term. Other companies are expanding and investing in Parma too. Spitzer Motor City announced a new $4 million expansion at its Brook Park Road location. Meanwhile, the city assisted with State Road Meets expansion and new parking. And our economic development team worked with local and state partners to help Prince and Izant add manufacturing space at its Parma facility, a $2.4 million investment. Our healthcare partners are continuing to invest in the city as well. University Hospital's Parma Medical Center, our largest employer, completed its $27.5 million surgery department renovation and expansion. That expansion was capped with the addition of a top-rated heart surgery team offering services there. Meanwhile, Metro Health's Parma Medical Center continues to be an important presence here. The facility's trauma services and acute stroke readiness, among other services, is important for our residents. We also have emerging companies in Parma investing here. For example, Work Hub 99 complex offers co-working space for small businesses, independent contractors, and others to work, network, and connect with the local business community. To highlight this innovative idea, I had originally intended to give my State of the City address there. I want to thank Work Hubs 99's John Pushkar for the opportunity. I will be there next year in person giving the 2023 State of the City address. Beyond those businesses already here, we're also planning for the city's economic future. An example of that was the city's push for MTD to sell its 11-acre property on West 130th. It finally sold and is being prepared for new industrial development, creating incredible potential for new jobs in our city. Meanwhile, our small businesses continue to be a draw for residents and visitors. Chupa's, Rudy's Strudel, Calaza Bakery, Mission Barbecue, Corleone's, Pizzone's, Tarbouche Eatery, and more. And we've got new and future retail stores and restaurants in Parma. Schnitzel House Ale Brewery, Parma's first microbrewery, Twisted Taino, and at the shops at Parma, Walls of Books, Shoppers World, and soon to be open, Cookie Crumble. Also, after nearly a decade of sitting vacant, the former Giant Eagle on Day Drive will be transformed into a new location for old-time pottery. While our businesses are strong, it is important to promote and support them. That's the premise behind our annual Shop Small Parma campaign. Thank you to all council members who participate. And of course, you see it through what has become an annual tradition, the Best of Parma contest, showcasing our community's small businesses, organization, and places. Another success story, in addition to our business community, is the enduring strength of our neighborhoods. It is essential to the quality of life we enjoy in Parma. You could see that neighborhood pride in the return of our Independence Day parade this summer. It was one of the biggest turnouts we've had yet. Thousands of people lined the streets, perhaps celebrating the return of some normalcy. That neighborhood pride is also apparent on Puczki Day, when customers fill our bakeries throughout Polish and Ukrainian villages in our self-proclaimed Puczki capital. You can see it also in Polish village during treat and greet, and in the Ukrainian village during the Independence Day parade, and in the Corey district at its annual picnic. In Parma, we celebrate our neighborhoods and all they have to offer. Organizations such as We Are Proud of Parma bring us together for events such as Frosty's Fest. The Young Professionals of Parma engages us with its annual Holiday Light Contest, and City Council showcases our neighborhoods through the Parma Beautification Award Program, which recognizes homeowners who do an exceptional job of caring for their properties. And as a sign of our neighborhood's strength, Parma housing prices continue to rise. Since 2020, the median sales price of a Parma home rose 12.7%, from almost $142,400 to more than $160,500. That's a jump of more than $18,000. Our neighborhoods are strong, and we continue at City Hall to strengthen them. We invested $250,000 in community block grant funds to improve sidewalks, streetscapes, and storefronts. Our building and property maintenance inspectors completed more than 8,000 inspections last year to ensure our commercial buildings and residential housing stock are safe. Beyond the strength of our neighborhoods and business community, the city's systematic approach towards improving our infrastructure is also a success story, and equally important for maintaining our quality of life. It's not an easy task. The city, for example, is responsible for maintaining and improving 583 lane miles of streets and roads, equivalent to a one-way trip to North Carolina. Nevertheless, we are committed to fixing and rebuilding our roads in a fiscal responsible way. We've done that by seeking and receiving millions of dollars each year in county, state, and federal grants and zero-interest loans. We also do this by working with our partners, including NOACA, Cuyahoga County Public Works, Ohio Department of Transportation, and the Army Corps of Engineers, among others. Right now, we are also examining the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act to see what projects are eligible for that funding. Last year, $19 million was invested in our roads, as well as our water and sewer infrastructure, including $2.5 million in our neighborhood streets. York Road resurfacing was completed, and we began paving Pearl Road. And working with the county, we will start on Ridgewood Drive. In 2022, we anticipate an even greater investment in our roads. Ridge Road should be completed. In addition to what we typically spend each year on our neighborhood streets, we're going to use $5 million in American Rescue Plan dollars to tackle even more. Our public service and engineering departments are working with City Council to put that plan together. In addition to our roads, we're also working proactively to address regional problems every city faces. Flooding caused by stormwater runoff. The city is working closely with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, which has spent millions of dollars here to increase the capacity of our larger basins to handle large storms. Additionally, in our agreement with the county's public work departments, we invested $4.5 million on the upkeep of our sewer system. Along with our infrastructure investments, the city has also been successful helping seniors maintain their quality of life. While we closed the senior center in the early part of the pandemic, the city continued to serve our senior members who needed assistance. Since 2020, we have delivered more than 32,300 meals to their homes. We ensured seniors could make emergency medical appointments, and we kept in touch with them over the phone or via Zoom because COVID-19 often leads to isolation and loneliness. Reopened in July, the Senior Center is again hosting activities and YMCA exercise classes and is now creating some new programs. We cannot speak about the city's success in maintaining our quality of life without mentioning the work of our police officers and firefighters and all they do to keep us safe. They give back to our community through their numerous charity campaigns and play a major role at our annual safety fair, which returned this year with great attendance. They also are really good at their jobs. In addition to protecting Parma's neighborhoods, the police department strives for operational efficiency to ensure tax dollars are wisely spent. For example, the department is changing its daily schedule from 3 8-hour shifts to 2 12-hour shifts, freeing a staff lieutenant to focus on operations at no cost to the city. And it will mean more officer training, making them even better at keeping us safe. Our fire department also is finding ways to save taxpayers' money. In 2021, the department hired 7 new firefighters through a SAFER grant, and they also applied for and received $450,000 in federal funds to purchase station equipment, new hoses for every fire truck, and portable radios for on-duty firefighters. The new hires and new equipment allow the department to remain one of the top performing departments regionally. Put simply, our safety forces are a success in helping us maintain our quality of life. Our city and our quality of life are also enhanced by the recreational opportunities available to people in our community. Our recreation department is a real leader in providing those opportunities. In addition to recreation's great programming for all ages, the department added, through the help of state capital dollars, the Warrior Fitness course at James Day Park, the first of its kind in the region. Our recreation department also thrives on local partnerships. For example, Pitt, Ohio, which opened a state-of-the-art trucking complex here, helped the city by committing to and then completing a $75,000 renovation of Miller Park. The department also works closely with Parma schools, including a new collaboration movie nights that allowed residents to watch free movies at Byers Field in July. Beyond the offerings of our rec department, Parma also is incredibly fortunate for our strong partnership with West Creek Conservancy. Together, we have worked to provide recreational opportunities for those who live in Parma, as well as those who visit here. The West Creek Reservation spans 350 acres and includes the Watershed Stewardship Center, one of Cleveland Metro Park's jewels. Together, West Creek and the city have created a unique experience in an urban setting. But we're not done yet. West Creek has nearly completed the demolition of the Parmadale campus with the help of our county government partner, allowing the addition of 80 acres to the reservation. It also purchased the 19-acre former Padua Franciscan Park with plans to create, among other things, new trail connections so people can access it. Many recreational opportunities are being created with our West Creek partnership. Creating those recreational opportunities, providing for our seniors, keeping our city safe, improving our infrastructure, celebrating our neighborhoods, and working with our business community. These are all success stories that are helping us to maintain our quality of life and make Parma an even better place to live, work, and raise a family. It's why Cleveland Magazine lists us as a great place to reside. It's why we're recognized as a Purple Heart community that honors our veterans. And it's why, after the challenge of the past 2 years, we should be optimistic about Parma's future. Thank you for watching this State of the City address. God bless Parma, and God bless the USA.